Hello, welcome to NBA Summer League. Today I am Bryan Salmond. It's day number 2 of the NBA Summer League here in Las Vegas, and as we said yesterday, it's the very first time that they've had all 30 teams here in Las Vegas for the Summer League. So today, the big game, it's number 1 versus number 2. DeAndre Ayton in Phoenix taking on Marvin Bagley and the Sacramento Kings. We'll have highlights of that coming up later on this evening, but the first big game today, it involved a Las Vegas native, Zach Collins and his Portland Trail Blazers taking on Grayson Allen and the Utah Jazz. For more on the first big game of the day, as I said, let's bring in the man, the myth, the reporter, Justin Emerson. Of course. You're in the game. You watch Grayson Allen taking on Zach Collins. Collins, of course, a second-year player. Grayson Allen, I mean, he has the hype of a second-year player, but a first-year guy out of Duke. And how do you think he played in that game earlier today?
Man, it's almost hard to remember that this is his first year in the league, and this is kind of our first look at Grayson Allen, the professional basketball player. And he led his team with 16 points, him and 2 other players. You know, he took a lot of shots, though, and, you know, it's part of being new and kind of, you know, refining your game. And here's what he had to say after the game.
Well, offensively, you know, it's a lot easier when you slow down. I'm starting to see the space of the floor a lot better and finding the open guys. There's still a few plays out there where I think I got a little antsy, but it's human nature, and I'm trying to fight it right now. As a rookie playing in the first couple of games, just trying to fight that and play under control.
So Grayson Allen actually had a very good game here playing inside of the Cox Pavilion. His second time around in the NBA, obviously he played up in Utah for their little summer league that pales in comparison to this one. But anyway.
All 30 teams weren't there.
Exactly, all 30 teams were not there, but it seems as if trouble kind of follows Grayson Allen, or controversy. He had some at Duke, he had a little bit up in Utah. Today, a little something else as well, right?
He always seems to be in the middle of something, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Doesn't he? I mean, Wade Baldwin, this one seemed to be the instigator on this, and you'll see he got ejected from the game for what the referees called a hostile act, and I mean, it looked like he clocked Allen in the face, so okay. I mean, you can definitely see why, but I mean, and here's what Grayson Allen had to say about that. About this?
Yeah, I've had a little bit of everything going. You know, I don't really mind it. I love playing the game and all the other stuff. It doesn't really bother me. I don't think about it.
Yeah, it kind of stinks to be Grayson Allen, but it also is good to be Grayson Allen. He's in the NBA, and he also played at Duke, has that education. He's getting paid more than you and I, right?
I'd trade spots with him.
Exactly. Zach Collins, I'd trade spots with him as well. A Vegas local kid, of course, went to Bishop Gorman. His second year up in Portland. He played today, did not have the greatest of games, but after the game, we talked to him, and he had this to say about coming back to his hometown and playing year number 2 in the NBA.
Hey, Simon, I know you get asked this every time you come back to Vegas, but I mean, what's it like playing back here, playing in your hometown?
It's great. You know, anytime I can play, you know, in front of family and friends, it's a lot of fun. Obviously, proud of Vegas, proud of where I'm from, so it's always good to come back. You know, shooting-wise, I feel more comfortable. Obviously, today I had a rough shooting day, but I know I got to the shots I wanted to, they'll fall. So.
And Justin, as I said, that was the first big game. We're going to have the big game coming up in a little bit. We'll have Trae Young, he's playing right now. We'll have some sound from him after that game. Really, being inside of Thomas and Mack, a lot of excitement in there. People are really excited to see Trae Young play.
Man, it is filled up already, and I don't know if that's because of the matchup that's coming up next, or if that's because the Lakers are here later tonight, but I mean, the lower bowl completely filled right now. People are already going into the top section. We didn't have that at all yesterday.
They must be excited about the Sacramento Kings and the Phoenix Suns game, the number 1 versus number 2.
Yeah, did you hear that game's going on? It's going to be Marvin Bagley III. He was the number 2 overall pick.
Yes.
He's with the Kings. DeAndre Ayton, we saw him yesterday.
Yes.
Number 1 overall pick of the Suns. That's going to be a fun one.
We shall have something from that coming up later on this evening. Again, we'll have Trae Young as well, but for Justin Emerson, the sports reporter at the Review-Journal, I'm Bryan Salmond for Summer League today. We'll see you guys tonight.